Last round. No energy left. No fear left either. Only survival now. Cold sweat falling from the side of my face. Every breathing echo through the train in space. Hands wrapped tight while the speakers shake walls. Another war every time the timer calls. Black mat stained with exhaustion and pride. Broken fighters trying not to collapse inside. Coach yelling through the thunder of the bass. Pain written clearly across every face. Everybody covered in with rest and fresh. Different story when fatigue hit the chest. The last round exposed the soul beneath. When the lungs burn dry and it's hard to breathe. Bruised ribs ache every twist that I make. Still refusing mentally to break. No shortcuts hidden inside this obsession. Only discipline sharpened through aggression. Late nights trapped with aggressive thoughts. Trying to be calm as they pressure talk. Sweat dripping hard while my vision blurs. Still chasing the warrior I prefer. And the harder the pressure climb, the calmer I become inside. Every scar became control. Forged deeper in my soul. Last round alive. Still breathing through the pain. Last round alive. Pressure in my veins. No surrender. Even when the lungs collapse. Last round alive. Still attacking back. Every breathing. Sweat dripping from the lights. Last round alive. Fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally fall. And the strong embrace the war. That's what pressure built me for. Heavy back swinging under dim red lights. Every strike sounding violent tonight. Mouth dry from another endless circuit. Still moving while my whole body twitching. Fight tape running on the cracked old screen. Studying killers and brutal routines. No glamorous life inside this mission. Only sacrifice and repetition. I seen fear freeze man in position. Seen pressure mentally kill ambition. The cage reveal who you truly are. When fatigue hit the deepest part. Ice bath freezing through damaged bones. Still obsessed while the world go home. No peace waiting outside the gym. Only suffering carved within. Another takedown slam on the mat. Another reminder discipline built that. Now pain don't scare me anymore. It became what I was built for. Every bruise reshaped my mind. Now the pressure feel divine. No comfort left inside my chest. Only hunger without last round alive. Still breathing through the pain. Last round alive. Pressure in my veins. No surrender. Even when the lungs collapse. Last round alive. Still attacking back. Heavy breathing. Sweat dripping from the lights. Last round alive. Fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally fall. And the strong embrace the war. That's what pressure built me for. Push harder, move faster, mind colder, heart darker. No comfort in the final round, no fear when he hit the ground. Only discipline remain. Inside the pressure and pain. Fluorescent lights over battered faces. Bodies moving through invisible cages. Everybody fighting silent wars. Try not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat pounding like combat drums. Pain and exhaustion make men numb. Still I stand when the wind retreat. Still addicted to the hate. Last round alive. Now the darkness fuel my rage. Last round alive. Built inside the cage. No surrender. Even when the spirit cracks. Last round alive. Still attacking back. Heavy breathing. Blood dripping from my hands. Last round alive. Still too hard to bend. When the body screams stop, but the soul demand more. That's what warriors are for. Last round alive. Last round alive. Last round alive. Forged in darkness, raised by pain, built for pressure again and again. Pressure on my throat. Still breathing, still fighting. That's the mentality. Cold sweat dripping off the side of my face. Heavy breathing echo through the training space. Hands wrapped tight while the speakers explode. Another night carrying impossible loads. Black mats covered in blood and frustration. Bodies moving through exhaustion and tension. Coach screaming louder than the pounding bass. Pain written clearly across every face. No shortcuts hidden inside this obsession. Only hard rounds and relentless progression. Everybody confident before the pressure arrived. Different story when survive or collide. My ribs ache every time that I twist. Still throwing punches through the pain in my fist. The weak surge covered when the suffering hit. The strong get addicted and learn not to quit. Late nights trapped with the demons alone. Learning to be calling the mind into stone. Every scorecard discipline in my soul. Not a pressure, feel like something I control. Under tight in a chokehold squeeze. Never I become underneath. Every struggle taught me this. It don't matter what the mindset built. Chokehold mentality. Pressure on the through of a chokehold mentality. Built from suffering and pain. No surrender. Even when the body breaks. Chokehold mentality. Still wide awake. Heavy breathing. Sweat dripping from the light. Chokehold mentality. Fight after fight after fight. From the weak fall mentally. And the strong embrace the war. That's what pressure built me for. Heavy back swinging under dim red lights. Every strike sounding violent tonight. Mouth dry from another in a circuit. Still moving while my whole body twitching. Fight tape running on a broken screen. Studying killers and aggressive routines. No glamorous life inside the mission. Only sacrifice and repetition. I seen fear freeze man in position. Seen person destroy false ambition. The cage reveal everything you hide. Every weakness buried deep inside. Ice bath freezing all the inflammation. Still obsessed with reaching domination. No peace waiting outside the gym. Only discipline built from suffering within. Another round when the lungs collapse. Another drill till the body snaps. Still refusing to mentally fold. That's how pain turned my spirit cold. Every bruise became a sign. That survival reshaped my mind. No comfort left inside my chest. Only hunger without rest. Chokehold mentality. Pressure running through my veins. Chokehold mentality. Built from suffering and pain. No surrender. Even when the body bends. Chokehold mentality. Still wide awake. Heavy breathing. Sweat dripping from the light. Chokehold mentality. Fight after fight after fight. When the weak fall mentally. And the strong embrace the war. That's what pressure built me for. Push harder, move sharper, heart colder, mind darker. Pressure either break your soul or teach your blood complete control. No easy road for men like us. Only discipline and trust. Fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. Bodies moving half alive, half dead. Everybody battling private wars. Try not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat pounding like combat drums. Pain and exhaustion make men numb. Still I stand when the weak retreat. Still addicted to that. Chokehold mentality. Now the pressure feel my state. Chokehold mentality. Built inside the cage. No surrender. Even when the spirit cracks. Chokehold mentality. Still attacking back. Heavy gaining. Blood dripping from my head. Chokehold mentality. Still too hard to bend. When the body screams stop, but the soul demand more. That's what warriors are for. Chokehold mentality. Chokehold mentality. Chokehold mentality. Forged in darkness, raised by pain, built for pressure and again. Again and again. Yeah, pressure tightening slowly. No panic, no escape. Owe me submission pressure. Cold mat pressing underneath my spine. Heavy breathing sinking with the passing time. Hands locked tight while the gym lights shake. Another brutal round trying not to break. Black walls echo with exhausted lungs. Bodies moving like dangerous ones. Coach yelling through the pounding bass. Pain written deep across every face. Every cover got the wild energy high. Different stories on the shirt of them kind of lies. Touching some pierce to reveal the truth. Every weakness hidden underneath the youth. Bruised ribs ache every breath I take. Still refusing mentally to break. No shortcuts hidden inside this obsession. Holding discipline sharpened by aggression. Late night trapped with aggressive thoughts. Trying to become everything pressure taught. Sweat dripping hard from the side of my face. Still standing strong in the darkest place. And the tide of the chokehold pull. The camaraderie coming full. Every bruise became control. Forged deeper inside my soul. Submission pressure. Heavy bag swinging under dim red lights. Every strike sounding violent tonight. Mouth dry from another endless drill. Still moving through obsession and will. Fight tape running on a broken screen. Studying killers and brutal routines. No glamorous life inside this mission. Only sacrifice and repetition. I see fear freeze men in place. In pressure strip covered in so bright. The cage reveal who you really are. With fatigue at the deepest part. Ice bath freezing through damaged bones. Still obsessed when the world go home. No peace waiting outside the gym. Only suffering carved within. Another takedown. Slam on the mat. Another reminder. Discipline built that. Now pain don't scare me anymore. It became what I was built for. Every bruise will shape my mind. Now the pressure feel divine. No comfort left inside my chest. Only hunger without rest. Submission pressure. Tightening through my veins. Submission pressure. Built from sweat and pain. No surrender. Even when the lungs collapse. Submission pressure. Still attacking back. Heavy breathing. Sweat dripping from the light. Submission pressure. Fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally fall and the strong embrace the war. That's what pressure built me for. Push harder, move sharper, mind colder, heart darker. No comfort in the final round. No fear when you hit the ground. Only discipline remain inside the pressure and pain. Fluorescent lights over battered faces. Bodies moving through invisible cages. Everybody fighting silent wars. Trying not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat pounding like combat drums. Pain and exhaustion make me numb. Still I stand when the weak retreat. Still addicted to the heat. Submission pressure. The darkness feel my rage. Submission pressure. Built inside the cage. No surrender even when the spirit cracks. Submission pressure. Still attacking back. Heavy breathing, blood dripping from my hands. Submission pressure, still try hard to bend. When the body screams stop, but the soul demand more. That's what warriors are for. Submission pressure. Submission pressure. Submission pressure. Forging darkness, raise my pain. Build for pressure. Again and again. Locked inside the chamber. No escape, only pressure, only survival. Yeah, cold walls closing in around my focus. Heavy breathing while the pain stay noticed. Hands wrapped tight under flickering lights. Another war waiting deep in the night. Black mask stain from the years of suffering. Bodies moving while the bass keeps thundering. Coach yelling louder than the pounding drums. Pain turned monsters into dangerous runs. Everybody tough when the tank's still full. Different story when exhaustion pull. The pressure chamber exposed the truth. Every weakness hiding under the roof. Bruised knuckles ache every strike I throw. Still another round before I go. No comfort hidden inside this obsession. Only repetition sharpened by tension. Late nights start book aggressive thoughts. Trying to become everything pressure taught. Sweat dripping hard from the side of my face. Still standing tall in the darkest place. And the tighter the pressure grip, the calmer I becoming near. Every scar became control. Forged deeper inside my soul. Pressure chamber, darkness in my veins. Pressure chamber, built from sweat and pain. No surrender, even when the lungs collapse. Pressure chamber, still attacking back. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. Pressure chamber, fight after fight after fight. When slam on the mat. Another reminder, suffering built that. Now pain don't scare me anymore. It became what I was built for. Every bruise reshaped my mind. Now the pressure feel divine. No comfort left inside my chest. Only hunger without rest. Pressure chamber, darkness in my veins. Pressure chamber, built from sweat and pain. No surrender, even when the lungs collapse. Pressure chamber, still attacking back. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. Pressure chamber, fight after fight after fight. And no breath, mentally fold. And the strong embrace the war. That's what pressure built me for. Push harder, move sharper, mind colder, heart darker. Pressure either break your soul or teach your blood complete control. No easy road for men like us, only discipline and trust. Fluorescent lights over battered faces, bodies moving through invisible cages. Everybody fighting private wars, trying not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat pounding like combat drums, pain and exhaustion make men numb. Still I stand when the weak retreat, still addicted to the heat. Pressure chamber, all the darkness fuel my rage. Pressure chamber, built inside the cage. No surrender, even when the spirit crack. Pressure chamber, still attacking pain. Heavy breathing, blood dripping from my veins. Pressure chamber, still too hard to bend when the body screams stop, but the soul demands more. That's what warriors are for. Pressure chamber, pressure chamber, pressure chamber, forcing darkness, raised by pain, built for pressure again and again. Yeah. Another season. Another war with myself. No comfort. Only discipline. Yeah. Yeah. Cold morning walking through the gym doors. Heavy silence covering the floor. Hands wrapped tight while my heartbeat race. Another brutal session I gotta face. Black hoodie soaked from the previous grind. Still carrying pressure inside my mind. Coach yelling while the timer moves slow. Another round deeper into the unknown. Sweat dripping hard from the side of my jaw. Bodies crashing under pressure and force. Everybody confident when rested up. Different story when the suffering rough. Heavy back swinging under dim white lights. Every punch sounding violent tonight. No shortcuts waiting at the finish line. Only sacrifice repeated over time. Bruised ribs ache every breath I take. Stirring for you mentally to break. The mat taught lessons pain never could. Now pressure feel misunderstood. And the deeper the struggle grow, the calmer I become below. Every scar became a guide, teaching me survive the night. Discipline season, pressure in my veins. Discipline season, built from sweat and pain. No surrender, even when the body crack. Discipline season, still attacking back. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. Discipline season, fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally break, and the strong embrace the grind. That's what discipline redefined. Late night studying on fight clips, learning violence through exhaustion and grit. Mouth dry from another endless drill, still moving through obsession and will. Fight camp pressure hanging in the air, broken pride floating everywhere. No glamorous life inside this mission, only repetition after repetition. I see fear living inside contender, see pressure mentally dismember. The cage reveal who you really are. When fatigue hit the deepest part, ice bath freezing through swollen knees, still addicted to the suffering deep. No peace waiting outside the gym, only sacrifice carved within. Another takedown slam on the mat, another reminder discipline harder, move faster, mind colder, heart stronger. No comfort in the final round, no fear when you hit the ground. Only discipline remain inside the pressure and pain. Fluorescent lights over tired faces, bodies moving through invisible cages. Everybody fighting silent wars, trying not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat pounding like combat drums, pain and exhaustion make me numb. Still I stand when the weak retreat, still addicted to the heat. Discipline season, now the pressure fuel my soul. Discipline season, bang took control. No surrender, even when the spirit crack. Discipline season, still attacking back. Heavy breathing, feel dripping from my head. Discipline season, still too hard to bend. When the body screams stop, but the hunger demand more. That's what warriors are for. Discipline season. Discipline season. Discipline season. Forced through suffering, raised by pain, built for pressure, again and again.
Yeah, no sleep in the fight camp, no mercy in the mindset. Pressure makes diamonds, or it breaks bones. Cold floor, bare feet on the black mat. Heavy lungs, sweat dripping through the snapback. Coach yelling while the clock keeps ticking. Everybody tough till the body starts quitting. Bruised ribs, blood stains on the hoodie. Pain talk loud, but the hunger talk louder to me. Another round, another choke, another lesson. Built my soul inside the cage of aggression. Hands taped tight like I'm ready for war. Every scar got a story carved into the core. No applause in the underground dungeon. Only hard breathing in the sound of percussion. They don't see the nights that I stayed in the fire. Legs giving out, but I pushed even higher. Pressure on my chest like a mountain collapse. Still crawl forward when my energy snap. And the walls keep closing in, but the beast underneath my skin keeps screaming. One more round, one more war, don't back down. Feel it cracking through my veins, turn the weakness into pain. No surrender when the lights go dark again. Made a monster out of man. Heavy breathing through the storm, never breaking, never fall. When the body says stop and the spirit says go, that's the moment champions grow. Late nights in the gym with the speakers distorted. Every dream that I got, man, I had to extort it. Nothing given when you come from the bottom. Had to sharpen every instinct inside of the problem. Heavy back swinging like a pendulum curse. Every hit made the pressure feel worse, but the pain became fuel in the engine. Now the fear got drowned in the tension. Fight tape running on a cracked little screen. Studying killers while I sharpen routines. Everybody wanna win on a highlight reel. Few survive how the darkness really feel. Nights past freezing all the hate in my veins. Still hearing no failures scream in my brain, but the mat never lies and the cage never pity. You either build discipline or die looking pretty. And the sweat keep pouring down while the demons gather round. Still breathing through the storm, still surviving every war. Feel it cracking through my veins, turn the weakness into pain. No surrender when the lights go dark again. Made a monster out of man. Heavy breathing through the smoke, never breaking, never fall. When the body says stop and the spirit says go, that's the moment champions grow. Even when the lungs collapse, even when the vision cracks. Pressure build kings, pressure build beasts. Pressure turn fear into violence unleashed. No comfort, no mercy, no easy road home. Only sweat on the mat and survival in the soul. Heartbeat banging like war drums, knuckles bleeding while the crowd numb. No halo over my head, only discipline and dread. Every loss turns steel in my bloodstream. Every scar stitch rage into my bloodstream. Now the darkness move when I arrive. Built for pressure, built to survive. Now the fire live inside. Turn the fear into my pride.
Yeah. Built in pain. Forged in pressure. Never broken. Yeah. You can smell the pressure in the room. Sweat, blood, sacrifice. This ain't a hobby. This is war disguised as discipline. Yeah, cold air hitting while I step in the cage. Years of anger locked inside every page. Heavy eyes, barely sleeping for days. Still dragging pain through the middle of the haze. Old scars burning underneath the tape. Every failure turn a beast that can't escape. Coach yelling while the timer keep ticking. Everybody strong until survival starts slipping. Black mat stain with the ghost of defeat. Broken pride mixed with the sound of feet. Another takedown, slamming to the ground. Another lost breath when the pressure locked down. No spotlight in the underground dungeon. Only hard rounds and concussion. Everybody wanna post elevation online. Few stay calm when destruction arrives. I seen fear in the eyes of contenders. Seen fake hard fold under pressure. Pain became normal somewhere in the process. Now suffering feel like progress. And the deeper the pressure go, the colder my blood runs slow. Every bruise became a guide, teaching me how to survive. Blood on the mat, sweat in my lungs, pain in my soul. Still watching on, blood on the mat, pressure my veins, skin from the dawn, force to the pain. Off with render, no fear in my chest. Yeah, the weak will comfort, the strong crush back. Sweat, blood on the mat, fight to collapse. Yeah, is it broken bones, still crawling back. Late night drills while the city asleep. Demons in my head, but the hunger too deep. Heavy back swinging like a body in war. Every strike make the rage want more. Ice on my knees while I study your fights. Dreaming of victory through exhausted nights. Everybody love glory after the battle. Nobody there when your spirit unravel. Mouth dry, vision blurry from fatigue. Still another round because quitting too weak. Heartbeat sounding like a war machine. Discipline sharp as a guillotine. Every chokehold tighten around my neck. Every setback taught me self-respect. No shortcuts hidden inside the mission. Only repetition after repetition. I gave sweat to the floor every season. Gave pain every inch of a reason. Now the pressure don't scare me anymore. I became what the suffering was for. And the pressure keeps stacking high, but the fire refused to die. Every scar became my proof that pain can build the truth. Blood on the mat, sweat in my lungs, pain in my soul. Still marching on. Blood on the mat, pressure my veins, heat from the dark, force to the pain. No surrender, no fear in my chest. Yeah, the weak will comfort, the strong fight press. Yeah, rise, harder, pain, slower, stand taller, hard, colder. No mercy in the final round. No angels when you hit the ground. Only discipline beside your pain. Only pressure inside your veins. Crowded gym, but the silence loud. Every fighter battling private doubts. Knuckles bruised from the endless grind. Still sharpening the warrior mind. Sweat dripping from the fluorescent lights. Bodies moving like exhausted night. Every second feel heavier now. Still refusing to bow. Blood on the mat. All the pain feel holy. Blood on the mat. Pressure built, they all made. No surrender, even when the tank run dry. Blood on the mat. Too disciplined to die. Blood on the mat. Still breathing through bones. Yeah. Blood on the mat. Never break, never fall. When the body screams stop, but the spirit attack. Yeah. That's what breaks me back. Blood on the mat. Blood on the mat. Blood on the mat. Blood on the mat. Yeah. Forged in pressure. Raised by pain. Built for war. Again and again. Heart racing. Still moving. That's warrior cardio. Cold air burning through my chest tonight. Heavy footsteps echo under gym lights. Hands wrapped tight while the speakers shake. Another brutal session, trying not to break. Sweat dripping hard from the side of my face. Bodies moving like survivors in the place. Coach yelling louder than the baseline hit. Still another circuit before we consent. Legs weak but the mindset ruthless. Pain transformed into mental movement. Everybody confident while energy fresh. Different story when fatigue hit the chest. Heavy back swinging with violent rhythm. Every punch carrying anger within them. No easy roll carved inside this life. Only sacrifice in eternal fights. Bruised ribs ache every breath I take. Still refusing mentally without suffering, feel natural with pain.
The heart of my heartbeat pound, the calmer I become right now. Every struggle taught me control, every scar strengthened the soul.
Warrior cardio, breathing through the pain. Warrior cardio, pressure in my veins, no surrender. Even when the lungs collapse. Warrior cardio, still bouncing back. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. Warrior cardio, fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally fold and the strong embrace the grind, that's where warriors redefine. Late nights running drills feel exhaustion. Every movement sharpened through aggression. Fight tape playing on a broken screen. Studying killers and deadly routines. Mouth dry from another brutal circuit. Still moving while my vision start twitching. Coach screaming, push through the static noise. Pain became language for broken boys. Ice baths freezing through damaged bones. Still obsessed, want the world go home. No peace waiting outside the mission. Only repetition after repetition. I see fear living inside contenders. In pressure mentally dismembered. The gym feel who you really are. When fatigue at the deepest part. Another takedown slam on the mat. Another reminder, pain built that. Now exhaustion don't scare me anymore. It became what I was built for.
Every bruise became a guide, teaching me survive or die. No comfort left in my chest, only hunger at our rest.
Warrior cardio, breathing through the pain. Warrior cardio, pressure in my veins, no surrender. Even when the lungs collapse. Warrior cardio, still bouncing back. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. Warrior cardio, fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally fold and the strong embrace the grind, that's where warriors redefine.
Push harder, move faster, hard, colder, mind stronger. No comfort in the final round, no fear when you hit the ground. Only discipline remain inside the pressure and pain.
Fluorescent lights over battered faces, bodies moving through invisible cages. Everybody fighting private wars, try not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat sounding like combat drums. Pain and exhaustion make me numb. Still I stand when a weak retreat, still addicted to the hell. Warrior cardio, now the pressure feel my soul. Warrior cardio, discipline to control, no surrender. Even when my spirit crack. Warrior cardio, follow attacking back. Heavy breathing, blood dripping from my hands. Warrior cardio, still too hard to bend. When the body screams stop, but the hunger demand more. That's what warriors are for. Warrior cardio, warrior cardio, warrior cardio.
Forged through suffering, raised by pain, built for pressure, again and again.
Yeah, breathing heavy, heart racing, still moving. That's warrior cardio. Cold air burning through my chest tonight. Heavy footsteps echo in the gym lights. Hands wrapped tight while the speakers shake. Another brutal session trying not to break. Sweat dripping hard from the side of my face. Bodies moving like survivors in the place. Coach yelling louder than the baseline hit. Still another circle before we can't sit. Nah, legs weak but the mindset ruthless. Pain transformed into mental movement. Everybody confident while energy fresh. Different story when fatigue hit the chest. Heavy back swinging with violent rhythm. Every punch carrying angle venom. No easy road carved inside this life. Only sacrifice and eternal fight. Bruised ribs ache every breath I take. Still refusing mentally to break. Pressure built discipline in my veins. Now suffer feel natural to play. In the heart of my heartbeat pound. Never I become right now. Every struggle taught me control. Every scar strength in the soul.
Warrior cardio, breathing through the pain. bouncing back. Every bleeding, sweat dripping from the lights. Warrior cardio, fight, have to fight, have to fight. When the weak mentally fall and the strong embrace the grind, that's where warriors redefine. Late nights running drills till exhaustion. Every movement sharpened through aggression. Fight tape playing on a broken screen. Studying killers and deadly routines. Mouth dry from another brutal circuit. Still moving while my vision start twitching. Cut streaming push through the static noise. Pain became language for broken boys. Ice pass freezing through damaged bones. Still obsessed while the world go home. No peace waiting outside the mission. Only repetition after repetition. I see fear living inside contenders. See pressure mentally dismember. The gym reveal who you really are. When fatigue at the deepest part. Another takedown slam on the mat. Another mind, the pain built that. Now exhaustion don't scare me anymore. It became what I was built for. Every bruise became a guide, teaching me survive or die. No cover left in my chest, only hunger without rest. Warrior cardio, breathing through the pain. Warrior cardio, pressure in my veins. No surrender, even when the lungs collapse. Warrior cardio, still bouncing back. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. Warrior breather, fight after fight, have to fight. When the weak mentally fall and the strong embrace the grind, that's where warriors redefine. Push harder, move faster, heart colder, mind stronger. No comfort in the final round. No fear when you hit the ground. Only discipline remain inside the pressure and pain. Fluorescent lights over battled faces. Bodies moving cool, invisible cages. Everybody fighting private wars. Trying not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeats sounding like combat drums. Pain and exhaustion make men numb. Still I stand when the weak retreat. Still addicted to the heat. Warrior cardio. Now the pressure fueled my soul. Warrior cardio, discipline took control. No surrender, even when my spirit cracked. Warrior cardio, still attacking back. Heavy cardio, now the dripping fuel my hands. Warrior cardio, spell too hard to bend when the body screams stop, but the hunger demand more. That's what warriors are for. Yeah, middle of the night, empty gym, still grinding while the world is asleep. Pressure never sleeps. Neither do I. Sweat running down the side of my face. Another hard session trying not to break. Heavy bass shaking through the concrete walls. Every fighter inside here answer the call. Hands wrapped tight till the skin feel numb. Heartbeat sinking with the kick of the drum. No shortcuts carved into this lifestyle. Only pain stretched across every mile. Late nights studying losses in silence. Learning discipline through control violence. Everybody tough when the energy fresh. Different story when exhaustion hit the chest. The mat smell like sacrifice and fear. Broken pride floating heavy in the air. No cameras when the spirit collapse. Only dark thoughts staring back from the glass. Blue ribs burning every time I breathe. Still another round before I leave. Pressure on my neck like a tightening chain, but suffering taught me how to wait. And the deeper the darkness grow, the less afraid I become of war. Every scar became a guide, teaching me survive or die. Pressure never sleeps, always hunting through the night. Pressure never sleeps, turning weakness into fight. No surrender, even when my body cracks. Pressure never sleeps, still crawling Heavy bag, swinging under red neon. Every punch sounding like survival instinct. Mouth dry from another brutal circuit. Still moving while my vision start twitching. Coach yelling louder than the speakers now. Legs shaking but I still won't bow. Every drop of sweat on the gym floor bought another inch of mental war. I see fake confidence disappear fast when reality finally kicked through the mask. Pressure expose everything you hide. Every weakness buried deep inside. Ice bath, breathing through the bone marrow. Still dreaming bigger than tomorrow. No comfort hidden inside ambition. Only repetition after repetition. Bloodstains drying on the old black mat. Everybody leave pieces of themselves in that. Now pain don't feel like punishment anymore. It feel like purpose at the center of war. Every failure carved me deep. Not a pressure part of me. No peace living in my chest. Only hunger without rest. Pressure never sleeps. Always hunting through the night. Pressure never sleeps. Turning weakness into fight. No surrender. Even when my body cracks. Pressure never sleeps. Still crawling back. Heavy breathing. Sweat dripping from the lights. Pressure never sleeps. Fight after fight after fight. When the weak men disappear and the strong remain, that's when pressure build the pain. No comfort, no safety, no easy roll home. Only discipline, only pressure, only survival in the soul. Push harder, move faster, breathe through the pain. Because pressure never sleeps, and neither will the flame. Fluorescent lights flicker over tired faces. Everybody fight invisible cages. Some break mentally, some disappear. Some become monsters after years. Heartbeat sounding like war percussion. Bodies moving through controlled destruction. Every breath getting harder now, still refusing to bow. Pressure never sleeps. Now the darkness fuel my veins. Pressure never sleeps. Turn my losses into strain. No surrender. Even when the lungs collapse. Pressure never sleeps. Still attacking back. Heavy breathing. Blood dripping from my hands. Pressure never sleeps. Still too hard to bend. When the body says stop, but the spirit attacks. That's what keeps me coming back. Pressure never sleeps. Pressure never sleeps. Pressure never sleeps. Built from suffering, forged in there, made for pressure forevermore. Yeah. Pressure on the neck. Vision getting dark. Still no tap. Never tap. Cold mat pressing hard against my spine. Every breathing sinking with the passing time. Hands locked tight in the middle of the struggle. Bodies moving through exhaustion in the jungle. Coach yelling while the speakers shake the room. Every fighter carrying private doom. Sweat dripping down from the fluorescent lights. Another brutal session deep into the night. No shortcuts hidden inside this pressure. Only discipline making monsters better. Everybody tough till the oxygen fade. Then the weak mentally start to break. Bruised ribs ache, every twist and turn. Still addicted to the lesson, pain, teach and burn. The gym smell like sacrifice and fear. Broken dreams floating heavy in the air. Late night trapped with aggressive thoughts. Trying to become everything pressure taught. Every scar stitched deeper in my skin. Now suffer feel natural within. And the tighter the chokehold squeeze, the calmer I become underneath. Every struggle sharp in control. Every war hard in the soul. No tap, even when the lungs collapse. No tap, still attacking back. No surrender, no fear inside my chest. No tap, pain became my rest. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. No tap, fight after fight after fight. When the weak, when the lead fold, and the stronger past the pain. That's when peace are made. Heavy bag swinging under red neon. Every strike carrying rage beyond. Mouth dry from another endless circuit. Still moving while my whole body twitching. Fight tape running on a cracked old screen. Studying killers and violent routines. No glamorous life inside this mission. Only sacrifice and repetition. I see fear freeze man in place. See pressure strip confidence away. The man exposed who you truly are. When exhaustion hit the deepest part. Every bruise became a sign that survival reshaped my mind. No comfort left in my veins, only pressure mixed with down. Even when the lungs collapse, no doubt, still attacking back. No surrender, no fear inside my chest. No doubt, baby came my rest. Heavy breathing, sweat dripping from the lights. No doubt, fight after fight after fight. When the weak mentally fall, then the strong embrace the pain. That's where peace are made. Push harder, move sharper, mind colder, heart darker. Pressure either break your soul or teach your blood complete control. No easy road for men like us, only discipline and trust. Fluorescent lights over tired faces, bodies moving through invisible cages. Everybody fighting silent wars, trying not to collapse on the floor. Heartbeat pounding like combat drums, pain and exhaustion make men numb. Still I stand when the weak retreat, still I